Okay, I'm gonna move this out of the way. I'm super late because I actually made a video and then realized in the end that I was not sharing my screen. So I'm making a new one and I've also attached because I've taken this class before, I've completed this assignment before, not in its entirety. A little bit like today because I've only got 56 out of 100 right now. But I pretty much just used my old code, which I've attached a video for that or from that submission as well, where I kind of just built off of it. Straight off from submitting, I could see I had to change a few things with, the language and the kind of arrangement. I had to remove a please try again, change a would you like to do you want to, how many numbers do you want versus how many numbers would you like. I had to remove an invalid line. Um, I had to change the arrangement. As far as methods, when I started, kind of playing with the methods, I had to change my entire addition method. And I also see, well, what I really used to start making changes to any of the methods, any of the functions was really the expected output, right on submitting. I could see I had a lot of yellow for a lot of these. So I kind of just started making changes one by one. Looking at, okay, what is my input here? What is my input there? And why am I getting yellow? Where am I getting yellow? What do I need to remove? What do I need to add? Another thing I saw was different as well while I scroll through the expected outputs is that this time I see, maybe I scrolled past it. I see that like here we've got add and then a plus. So I tried to do, use the or symbol to kind of do in hoping that, it would help recognize the word add for instead of the symbol or synonymously with the symbol so that it would just perform this math. And because that's pretty much, I think, for this one, the only thing. But then I see, we've got the invalid operator, and then it kind of goes into the math, which I think would require me to, you know, put in an outside loop to kind of differentiate and then kind of fail at add and then have recognized the symbol. But I'm extremely pressed for time. Well over. I hope this submission even goes through. But I I mean I kind of just started using the plus equals, minus equals to help increment, like literally just started doing that in my 157 lab. I don't believe I used it the last time on my calculator. So glad I learned it because that's what I use to, not have to read or declare um, 3 versus 5 versus 7 inputs for the user. It helps read the entire and calculate the entire input from the user, whether it's two numbers, five numbers, um, to kind of do the math and print the result. Help declare the result before the print line, I should say. Um, and pretty much everything I had in standard, I kind of copied and pasted in scientific because again, using the expected output, I could see even though a lot of them said scientific, it pretty much like this, for example, which I got 2 out of 2, which I did get credit for. It pretty much just did the standard math, even though the mode choice was scientific. So I saw that a lot with scientific because In all honesty, I did not do the radians math, the sin, cos, tan, because I've never ever used it. Not that comfortable, and I don't want to rework the entire code, jeopardize the 56 points that I've earned to add in, the math language that I really don't know how to use. And I do believe I skipped that last time as well. So, um, I kind of just did what I know how to do. What I got a little more points than last time, I'm sure. Um, but yeah, just pretty much move some things around. I saw like instead of like this line, I saw some there I did have some trouble. Like I believe it was with the enter calculator mode and the calculator will operate. I was seeing that a lot in my, your output versus expected output, and I was just like really confused why it wouldn't stop and start correctly. And I thought it had something to do with my break at the end. And I even added another if for if restart dot equals y, it should ask the user again, prompt the user again to enter calculator mode. But what I realized was from my last submission last year, I had these few lines out here on the outside of the while, right under the scanner. So that was what was kind of stopping, the proper arrangement, the proper looping, stopping and starting and asking the correct questions in the correct order, stopping me from getting full points for some of those questions because they were also standard. And for pretty much all of the standard, basic math, I got full points. So, um, I realized that was my problem, but pretty much just going over my last code, seeing what mistakes I had, what I was missing. Um, my biggest tool here was the expected output. I pretty much just studied what was yellow, what were the biggest differences between my output, the expected output, what was keeping me from getting those points. And I kind of went method by method, line by line, and built up the code, did standard first, pretty much copied and pasted that into scientific. I had to change the string name because we already used that in for standard. And there were no words for add, words for subtract, words in the expected output for scientific. So I did not add that here. I saw that was only with standard. I tried, it really didn't work. So, but I'm gonna keep it because it doesn't change the code, doesn't change my score. So, um, this is what I've got so far. Thank you for watching and listening. All right.